Ooh, homemade? Copy that. All right, guys, talk to you later. KG606. Bozo 831, KG60 USS on the vertical, starting to high desert. This is for check-in. So you're sending that Bozo Net. Check-in number, Bozo number 16. You're on the 142. How you doing tonight?
WB6JNP, course cold.
Well, here. Good evening, Bozos. 2-meter Bozo Net, Northern California version. K6MYC, Delta Mike 07 net control. Calling and listening. I haven't heard any voices in here, except I am hearing the LA guys, so I guess I'm on the frequency here. Anyway, good evening. We're taking check-ins. K6MYC, over.
KK6ZKE 704.
Yeah, good evening, Terry. Are you having a good weekend?
Yeah, enjoyed the swap meet and talked to a lot of people and didn't buy much.
I missed you. I didn't see you there.
Oh, I was looking for you. I didn't know that you made it over.
I was there. I had a green shirt with a bright yellow hat that said Mike, K6MYC on it.
Yeah, I was inside near Larry's Camaro and talking away, so I probably missed you.
Well, that'll take up a lot of time. Anyway, I was there for about 2 hours. We came with Dane, WB6JNP from Course Gold, and then we left about noon, just before they started to eat there. Had some errands to run on the way home. So that was it. It was good. We saw quite a few people, but I can't see them, so they got to come and find me. Over.
Well, roger that. I actually looked for you earlier, but I don't think you'd arrived yet. And I talked a long time inside the shop.
Yeah, I think we got there a little bit before 10.
Yeah, I always enjoyed the swap meet. It's just pretty cool.
Yeah, it was laid back, and how the lunch, I don't know, I didn't stay for the lunch, but it looked like they were preparing quite a nice meal over.
Yeah, you had the Costco hamburgers, but I can't eat beef, so I just had a bun.
Oh, you can't eat beef? Are you a vegetarian, or you just have some problem with beef?
Nah, the 44 Linac treatments I went through for cancer sort of messed up my gut.
Oh, that's too bad. Sorry about that.
It is what it is.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Yeah, good evening, Daryl, 982. And how are you and the wife?
Well, we're doing all right. Not too shabby. She's going to go and get mapped to begin her radiation treatment. And that's where we're at with that.
What was the last comment?
She's going to get mapped where they put little tattoo dots in the places that the radiation has to go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought you had a comment about something about yourself there. Okay, no, I know about that.
Anyway, that's where we're at with that, and that's about it. Nothing else to report so far.
All righty.
I didn't get to go to the swap meet. It just wasn't in the cards.
Oh, you tried to get there but didn't make it. Huh?
Yeah, it just wasn't going to work, so I gave up.
Yeah, well, that's what you have to keep it kind of in that mode. Sometimes things come up in the family and other things that keep you from being able to go. Anyway, we were there for a little while, enjoyed it. Saw quite a few of the fellows that are from out of town, and that was mostly the best part because we don't see them very often at club meetings or anything. So we saw Tom, KW6S, and a few others. I was disappointed Bill, KA Alpha 6 Sugar wasn't there, nor was Mike, WA6AAJ, so I don't know why they didn't come. They were going to come. I thought they were talking about it.
I know AA6 said he was coming. I didn't hear Mike say if he was.
Anyway, let's see who else is in here. It's quite quiet tonight. Judy said, boy, it's probably going to be a very quiet evening, and boy, it's turning out to be. Anyway, K6MYC and the Bozo Group standing by for check-ins in the San Joaquin Valley or wherever you hear my voice.
KJ6TYO1009.
And it was good to see you, Ron. Nice to have an eyeball, so to speak. My eyeballs don't work anymore, but it was nice to shake your hand.
Yeah, I think you see pretty good because you knew that antenna wasn't one of yours, so that's pretty good.
Well, I can see that kind of stuff, but I can't see dimensions. If you ask me to measure something, I can't read a tape measure, can't read the calipers, that kind of stuff. So, and I can assemble, but I can't read to set the final dimensions. But that should work good for you. I'll be anxious to hear you when you get that up.
Roger, Roger. All right. Well, have a good net, and we'll be out and about here. KJ6TYO1009.
Just so you know, the guy that makes those is another ham, K1 Whiskey Hotel Sugar, K1 WHS, a moon bouncer from many, many years ago. He and I bounced a lot of signals off the moon, so he knows what he's doing. He's a sharp guy. He worked for Cushcraft for a while until he couldn't stand the fact that he'd go to the engineers or go to the marketing department and say, here's the new antenna you asked for. It has a 14 dB of gain and front to back of 25 dB, and they'd say, well, what was the gain again? 14? No. M squared's got one that's 15. We got to make ours bigger. So they would always change the gain, and he could never. He felt that it was damaging his own personal reputation. So he eventually quit Cushcraft and started his own station there. But he had a big 16, I think it was 16 Yankees or bigger EME array up at one time, K1 WHS, K1 Whiskey Hotel Sugar. Anyway, that's the background on that antenna. He's been around a long time, and it's a nice antenna. It's well done, well designed. KJ6TYO, K6MYC in the Bozo Net.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Hello over there in the San Joaquin Valley, KG6USS 831 up here in the high desert. You copy?
You sounded pretty good tonight, just a little fluttered tonight, John. KJ6 USS, KG6 USS, K6MYC, Bozo 47, over.
Copy, Mike. Yeah, a little bit of flutter on YouTube, but better than it's been. Tonight's a little bit better signal all the way around, it seems like.
Yeah, no, you're doing good. I'm not sure who up here is capable at this point of getting to you, but you can take a standby. We've got very few check-ins so far this evening there, John. KJ6 USS, K6MYC. Go ahead.
All right, Mike. Well, anybody else want to check in on the Sunday night Southern California net? Looking your way from the high desert here. You try it, and we'll see if we can get you on the list.
KM6 SRR, check into both nets there. Number 432, over.
Oh, boy, you always out there, big boom there, buddy. How you doing, Rob?
I'm doing okay. Just flipped over. Our local club net ran a long time tonight.
Yeah, we always got to have somebody go a long way, right?
Roger on that. Good to hear you.
Likewise, Rob. Thanks for checking in. Anybody else out your way there want to check in? KG6USS 831 for this Southern California Bozo Net.
Pretty quiet at the moment, John, but maybe you can check back a little later if you get a chance. We'll probably be still checking people in here in this direction for another 10 or 15 minutes. 10 minutes anyway. 73 KG6 USS, K6MYC.
WA6OIB 226 checking in with you guys down south.
All right, gotcha. 226. Hey, thanks for checking in. Boy, you came booming in here. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great, and good to hear you. Good to hear the rest of the guys, too. Heck, at my age, it's good to hear anybody. Okay, 73s, thanks for checking me in. WA6OIB 226, Clovis.
Okay, Clovis, 226, good signal. Mike, back to you a minute. I was just looking at you on my map here, and I'm really surprised. You're 300 miles from me. That just blows my mind.
Oh, boy. Ken, he got a little fluttery on that one, and I didn't get his question. Did you get it?
Oh, yeah. You're very strong. Yeah, I'm not too far from Mike myself, so we're all up here, 300 miles away from you there, so you're doing great.
Yeah, copy that. It's just that I can't get Mike on the right kind of beat here. He comes in really good, and all of a sudden he takes off into another direction there. But anyway, thanks for checking in. I'll take one more time to see if anybody else wants to check in on the Sunday night Southern California Bozo. 831, high desert. Let's go.
Okay, 73. Thanks a lot. Yeah, he was just confirming the distance, Mike.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I don't think it's quite 300. Maybe it is from his place. Anyway, thanks for your effort on the Saturday swamp meet. I know you put a lot of effort into that, Ken. Hopefully it paid off. Dane and I had things to do. We had to get out of there. I had to pick up some things, so we couldn't stick around for lunch. But we did get a chance to see a lot of people, which was good. Anyway, thanks again for your major effort. You and Rob, and I know and a few others put some major effort into that. Over.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we sure did. No, I didn't see Dane. He wasn't in the little group when I came over to visit with you. I missed Dane. I was wanting to chat with him a bit. Doggone it, I missed out.
No, I didn't keep track of Dane. He went off and wandered around, and I just stood there and waited for people to come up and say hi. Over.
Right, yeah, and that's what I did. Yeah, but I missed Dane. Doggone, I didn't know he was there. So that's how you got there, huh?
Yeah, that was my ride. But that was because he didn't want to come in early. He didn't want to get up too quick. He had things to do at home. And coming from Course Gold, it's a little different trip, you know. And then we got lost. His GPS took us all over Clovis in the wrong direction, and I finally had to say, no, we want to get over on Gettysburg, not 8th Street. Over.
Oh my goodness, he must have had the wrong address in his GPS then, because it's a good address. It works very well, so he probably missed a number or something like that. That's too bad. I'm sorry you guys were delayed.
Oh, no, he didn't miss anything. His GPS was just screwed up. He has two of them. He has one that's resident in the car, and then just to check it, because I kept saying, no, we don't want to turn left. We don't want to turn right here. We want to turn left to get up to Phillips. And no, he had the right address. We checked it a couple of times. And his phone GPS got us tangled up also. But it did mention the word Gettysburg, and I couldn't remember the street that we needed to be on to get on to Phillips, because Phillips isn't much of a street. It's only a block and a half long or something. And I couldn't remember. I knew where it was, but I'm not seeing that good. And I said, well, I know we got to turn left, and it should be somewhere around Barstow and somewhere here. So, and then Gettysburg came up on one of his screens, and he said the word Gettysburg. And that's the one. Clovis Avenue, left east on Gettysburg for a couple of blocks, and we'll be there. So it worked. It just, we were clear out on Sunnyside at one point.
Yeah, Gettysburg to Phillip. Very good. Well, I'm glad you guys got there, but I'm so sorry I missed him. Doggone it. I wanted to chat with him a bit.
Yeah, no, he's interested. He can talk your leg off. Anyways, he's been around like you have. He's got stories to no end about stuff he did when he was at Hughes and traveling for Hughes and putting in installations around the world and so on, and all the different things that he ran into, as we all do when we're in the field.
Yeah, right. Same here when all my flying expeditions all over the world. Flying for the company, I did some real interesting stuff. Some of it I can't talk about, but most of it I can.
Okay. Anyway, it's a little quiet here, but I guess the other net for your area just closed up, so we should have some more check-ins here. And so we'll take a standby. Terry is in here. Ron, KJ6TYO is in here. I haven't heard Aaron, but and of course Rob is in here. And Daryl is in here, KJ6 Charlie Echo Fox. I think that's about it. We don't have that many this evening so far.
KG6 QNY 1091.
1091. Hi, Marcus. You're sounding good tonight.
Well, thank you, Mike, and hope everything's going good with you.
Yeah. Did you go over to the flea market?
No, I helped them, but I wasn't able to. I had church service to do, so I wasn't able to get there.
Oh, on Saturday?
Yeah, special duties.
Okay, well, and I didn't see you, and I didn't see everybody. I missed a couple of people, but we were there for a little while. Anyway, thanks for checking in. Good to hear you. Big, strong signal. You still vertical?
That's affirmative, but I'm not at my home QTH.
Oh, okay. Where are you?
Ken's.
Well, that's why you're stronger than usual. All right, good evening, Marcus.
Kilo 6, Victor Bravo Golf 971.
Yeah, hi, Dave. K6BBG up there in Course Gold. K6MYC, and how are you tonight? Did you didn't get down to the flea market, obviously, but how was the weekend?
Yeah, we got family over, and yeah, we're having a good old time. Did a little barbecue today. And, yep, other than that, not a whole lot. It was a nice sunny day.
Okay, I'm just listening a little bit in the background there to make sure there wasn't others, but it's the LA guys leaking through. Very good, Dave. And I'm glad you had some family. We had company on Saturday night. Yeah, after the Bozo and after the front meet, we came home and I worked outside until 5, and then our company got there about 5:30. We cooked up a nice dinner. They brought some nice, beautiful, special fish. Has a very odd name, but it boils down to Taiwanese catfish or something. But it was excellent. It was just wonderful. So we had a nice meal and a nice visit. The person that some of you guys probably knew Martha. She used to be the one of the nurses there for Dr. Dan. Martha had moved on, but she's now working for a place in LA, and they're sending her on a special mission for a couple of weeks to Kenya to treat some people over there that don't have very good hospital and medical treatment, so special mission type of thing. So she's looking forward to a trip to Africa there. So that was interesting. Anyway, that's the story. K6MYC, go ahead.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, I know Martha really well. Deanna and Martha, you know, I've done a lot of things together. Martha was going to our church for quite a while.
Yeah, really nice person. She was up here with Scott, my engineer. And so that was how that worked out. Anyway, I knew you knew Martha, and I knew anybody that probably knew Dr. Danner for any number of years had run across Martha at one point in time or another. She was just leaving when I started to go and see Dr. Dan on a regular basis.
Hey, Roger, yeah. Yes, sir, I knew Martha for many years.
Anyway, we'll be interesting in about 3 weeks, 2 weeks or so when she gets back, and then another week to download. We'll be interested in hearing all about her trips to Kenya and how that nation and that country's doing. Anyway, good evening to you, Dave. And let's see if there's anybody else on the Bozo Net in the San Joaquin Valley looking for N6SWR. Ben, I wonder if you're in here tonight. How about KB6RQU?
Oh, yeah, Mark, you're coming in big time over here. I got to blow out the water to get you inside the shop.
I don't think you're checking in with the Northern California Net, but I heard a little bit of you, but I didn't get your Bozo number. I think you're talking local down there in Los Angeles there. Anyway, I'm standing by again. K6MYC Bozo Net, Northern California.
K6MYC, K6MYC, K60JM, 161.
161, K60JM, good evening. And you're, I guess, let's see, you're up in, aren't you in Modesto?
Roger, Roger.
Yeah, okay, and I've been trying to get you and KD6 Whiskey Victor Lehman together. He's going to look you up. Are you okay in the call book in Modesto there?
Yeah, I think so. It should be okay.
Okay. Anyway, thanks for checking in here. Good to hear you. And you're off the back of the beam, so I'm not hearing you real strong, but you're very Q5, no problem. Thanks for checking in on a regular basis here for the last 2 or 3 times. K60JM Modesto, K6MYC Bozo Net. I'm north of and near Fresno.
Hey, thanks, Mike.
You betcha. anybody else before we go to a Atascadero. We'll try a Atascadero and see if he's going to be able to be there tonight. I'm not hearing anybody, so I think we'll go to Atascadero and see if Ron is there tonight. How you doing, Rob? You're kind of quiet over there. KM6SRR, K6MYC.
I'm doing okay, Mike. KM6SR here, just kind of poking around, cleaning up a few things in the shack and listening. Who else did you have early on before Ron, TYO?
Well, let's see. The first one was Terry, 704. I'll get Judy to read it. Hang on a second.
5, looking up into the ICM. That's the long time.
Okay.
982.
982.
047.
And myself, of course, and
1009.
Yeah, that's Ron, 1009. So you didn't miss much.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Is Daryl still on there, KG6 CEF? I've got a microphone thing. I didn't see him at the swap. Over.
He wasn't able to make it. Plans had to change, and he couldn't make it.
Okay, is he still on here tonight?
Yeah, he's around somewhere. Ron, are you still here? KJ6 Charlie Echo Fox, K6MYC. Daryl. What's the matter with me? Daryl calling. Daryl, KJ6 Charlie Echo Fox. You still here, Daryl?
Larry, no call. No joy.
They've gone over to the old time radio network.
He might be. He'll be back. He usually hangs around for quite a while. Sometimes he's here all the way to the end.
Okay, thank you. KM6SR listening.
Okay, I'm going to Atascadero. Here we go. Atascadero. W6QUI. W6QUI. I wonder if you're around there this evening, Ron. W6QUI, Atascadero, K6MYC, Bozo Net.
Yeah, we're here, Mike. Good evening to you and others. W6QUI, Bozo 1055. Over.
Got your 1055. Nice strong signal this evening. And how was your weekend?
Cool. Yeah, we've had a fairly cool weekend. It's below 50 over here right now, believe it or not.
Holy cow, we were 90 today, or 89 or something, 85. It was pretty warm. I worked out, and then I wilted. Toward the end of the day, I was wilting, losing energy very quickly. But I was able to work in the shade, but it was still warm. But I was crawling around on the hands and knees because I found another weed, Ron.
Oh, a new weed?
Yeah, I got one weed, and then I found another, and I finally managed to pick 2 barrels worth of her.
I've got enough for about 20 barrels, so I'm still weeding here.
Yeah, well, I've taken every bit of 20 barrels to my burn pile. We've got 2 to empty now, and I'll be starting again tomorrow. There's about 3 barrels left up at the front of the driveway where the entrance is to my driveway. I've got it about half done, but boy, it's a lot of work, and it's awkward, some of it. The bushes have grown over, and I've had to do a lot of trimming along with just weeding. Anyway, it's all good, but crawling around in the bushes on your hands and knees, it wears you out. At least it wears this old 88-year-old out.
Yep. Well, I'm a little older than you, but I'm still doing it. Okay, very good. Yeah, you got a super signal here tonight. Good evening to anybody else that's copying over there.
Good evening, Ron.
Yeah, who might that be? Sounds like Rob, maybe.
No, still WA60IB here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys haven't got all your voices figured out, Ken, but anyway, good evening to you.
Good evening to you too, Ron. Yeah, it was interesting to hear about your cool weather there. Yeah, it was right at 90 here at the house today. So anyway, it's a lot warmer than it is over there. So yeah, I'm glad you're having the nice cool weather. WA60IB. Great to hear you, Ron.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're getting a coast influence, and I guess they got a lot of fog over there, so it's really keeping us cool. During the week, it was terrible. Yeah, we were in the high 80s and early 90s most of the week, but fortunately, the weekend cooled down, really cooled down, so we're enjoying it.
By the way, I thought I was the oldest guy on the net. How old are you? How many years older than 188 or 88 than me?
2.
Oh, you're a big 9-0, huh?
Roger.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, you're doing pretty good for 90.
That's what they tell me. I'm still very active in a lot of things.
Yeah, very good. Good to hear it. All right. Well, hopefully we'll be around for a while, both of us.
Yeah, I plan on it. Got things I still want to do.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. It's only a number. Remember that.
Yes, that's right.
Good evening, Ron. KM6SR here.
Oh, very good, Rob. Good evening to you.
Yep, you're the senior guy here. Good to talk to you. I'm glad you're still on there. And we'll turn it back to Mike.
Okay. One of these days we'll get Eric back in here and maybe a couple of others. There's got to be quite a few people over on the coast there, but I don't know why we can't get them on 2-meter sideband. It got such a good HF location over there, they never get up to the VHF bands, I guess.
Yeah, who knows?
All right. Thanks, Ron, and we'll see you. Let's see, this coming Wednesday. That's not an odd Wednesday, so you should be in here, right?
Yeah. I was there last Tuesday, but I never heard anybody. Well, I heard some people, but I guess Bill wasn't around and some of the others, so I gave up after 20 minutes.
Well, I think Rob called you. Didn't you call Rob on Tuesday on 12? No, you don't have much of a... Well, you might have called him because you've heard him before. Did you give him a call on Tuesday, Rob?
No, my system has kind of gone downhill from when I used to call him.
Yeah, and of course Frank can work you, but Frank hasn't been in here. He had another tooth pulled, so he's all puffed up and swollen, and hopefully he'll be back to normal here in a day or so. Anyway, but he can hear you, and Ken could hear you if he had his 1296 system up and running. But AAJ and AA6S were not in for some reason. They were supposed to be. Oh, I think AA6S had just returned from a trip. He was tired.
7-11.
Good evening, John.
Good to see you yesterday. Had quite a bit of fun. Didn't really buy anything, but still had lots of fun.
Oh, you got the second to the most equipment of anybody I know.
Well, it's all good.
Well, good to see you too. And we're looking forward to the June contest. What weekend is that? What's the date that it starts?
14th, 15th.
Okay, right in the middle of June then. So we got a little bit of time in June to take a breath and keep getting the word out here. June contest, June 14 and 15, guys. Okay. Thank you, John. And 73's to you, Ron. I'm going to move up to get Santa Cruz and say another hello to Tom, who we did have an eye with at the flea market. W6QUI, K6MYC.
Okay, very good. 7-3 to you and the others there, W6QUI. See you Wednesday.
Night all.
K6MYC, this is KN6EIB.
Grace is calling you.
I hear ya. KM6 Echo India Victor. You almost knocked me off the chair, Eric. Are you over at Ron's place?
I'm just below him at the corner here. It's tough getting the antenna up here. It's scaling like crazy. But I'm up here. Nice to hear you guys' voices.
Yeah, good to hear you too. So you're operating your own station, but you're mobile, huh?
Roger that, and my Bozo number is 1044.
Yeah, we got it, and we still remember it. Well, thank you very much. You just make my day getting you checked in here. We haven't heard you from your home, or from your mobile, or from your home QTH for such a long time. I know it takes a long time to get plans going, towers up, and all that sort of stuff, but one of these days we hope to hear you on a regular basis in here, over.
Me too, Mike. I sure do. Yeah, I'd really like to do that, get that tower up and see how it works.
Well, good luck with it. I know you've got a good mentor there, so he can keep you from stepping in too many cop ladders.
Roger that, that's for sure.
All righty. Take care, Rob. Rob, do you want to say hello to Eric?
I'll say hello to him. Hi, Eric. WA60IB. Good to hear you.
Hey, Ken. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Yeah. I want to get back over there again one of these days and see you guys.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I appreciate it last time.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Yeah, great. Well, good to hear you. Yeah, it's been a while. WA60IB.
All right, Ken. Have a good night.
Okay, anybody else for Eric over there in Atascadero? We're a little light on big guns tonight, Eric, but thank you again for checking into it whenever you can. Yeah, maybe next Wednesday will be a good one coming up here. KN6EIV, K6MYC, 73.
73, everyone. KN6EIV, sir.
How you doing, Eric? KN6EIV, KM6SR. Yeah, I was listening on the other net there. Missed you.
Rob, how are you, man?
Doing good. Good to hear you back on there. We need people over there, so that's great that you're there.
Yeah, Ron's been picking up the slack for a long time now.
Yep, yeah, he sure did. He's doing a good job. I guess you got tired of his pointy stick, huh?
No, but I tell you, he's got a lot to do. He's got a lot of projects.
Yep, and like he said, that's what keeps him young. He's got lots of stuff he's involved with.
That's for sure, yep. Yeah, I wish I had all that energy.
Yep, me too. Okay, we'll let you go. Just wanted to give you a shout.
K6USY.
K6USY is KN6EIB.
Yeah, good evening, Eric. And I hadn't checked in yet, so I was just kind of jumping in here. But good that you can hear my 100 watts from here in Fresno. And for Mike and Judy, K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
We got you, Aaron. Good evening. I was wondering if you were there.
Yeah, we were out to dinner. My second harmonic turned 5 yesterday, so we were out to dinner with the family, and now I'm going to head outside to finish up a little gardening project, and I'll be listening on my phone. K6USY, Fresno.
You hurry up. It's almost dark.
Oh, I have floodlights.
Oh, okay. You cheat. Okay. Very good. Thanks for checking in, and we'll catch you probably toward the end of the net here. K6USY and the group K6MYC. And again, 73 is to you, Eric.
73, Whiskey 6, back up.
Who was the other one? I heard somebody else say something there.
That was me, Whiskey 6. That was just me, Mike. I was just saying 73 back to you. KN6EIV clear.
Okay, no, I got you, Eric, but there's another station talking with you there. No, it's just me, W6 something in there, and you got covered. Try it again.
Whiskey 6, Papa Echo, 620.
Yeah, off the back of the beam. Good evening, Mike. Case W6 Papa Echo 620, K6MYC. We'll be around your way shortly, but good enough. Did you have a good weekend up there?
Oh yeah, it was good, I guess. A lot of weed whacking and more to go.
Yeah, it's one of the most weedy years I have ever seen. So you're not alone, my friend. I did two barrels today of weeds, just picking them. I wasn't weed whacking them. I was pulling them by hand, crawling on my hands and knees. And when you crawl and pull a 40-gallon barrel twice, that's a lot of hand pulling over.
I guess it is. Boy, that's doing it the hard way. Nope, I just weed whack them and leave them on the ground. I guess probably best to get them totally gone.
Yeah, I can't. I'm afraid to leave them on the ground anymore. I started to rake, and I realized that I've got 4 and 5 years of cuttings on the ground. So when I rake the stuff that's there this year, I'm getting last year's and the year before and so on. And there's just 2 or 3 inches of burnable stuff there. So I'm just trying to get all the foliage up this year and start with bare ground again. Over.
All right, that's probably the best way to go. Although weeds make good fertilizer when they decompose, but that sometimes takes a while. And if there's nothing out there by weeds, you really don't want the ground to be too fertile.
Yeah, it's so dry up here where I am, the weeds don't decompose. I just cut them and they get crushed down. And when I start raking, I rake and I get a pile of weeds and I put it in the barrel. And then I go back and rake the same spot again, and new ones are coming loose from the ground. And I rake sometimes 3 times, and I get 3 separate piles even after the first cut. Over.
Oh man, boy, it sounds like you got a very long job ahead of you there. But some time, but it'll be nice once it's all gone, I'm sure.
Anyway, well, we all got our hell to pay, don't we? Good enough anyway. 73 and hang in there in coarse gold. And hopefully we don't get any major wildfires. If everybody does what you're doing and take care of the weeds and keep them down so that if they do burn, they don't get up into the trees, we'll have a good year, hopefully. Boy, we're primed. Lots of fuel on the ground. That's the problem. Too much fuel. Too many BTUs on the ground. Over.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, one of the projects earlier this year was to limb up all the trees, so if anything was burning on the ground, it wouldn't get into the trees, because I've got a lot of pine trees and cedar trees around here. Some oaks, but I don't think they're as much of a trouble as the pine and the cedar. Before that just was literally explode. So I had a lot of limbs to get piled up. I got the burn piles ready to go for next year, and I had a bunch of piles that were ready to burn this year, and I got all those done while it was still a burn day. But yeah, the nice thing about limbing the trees up, that's not something I'll have to do every year. So that's kind of a one and done thing. Weed whacking, that's usually a 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times a year. But like you say, the trees, once you trim them good, they're usually good. You might have to do a little tweak here and there, but nothing major like you're doing this year. All righty, let you go for now, and let me get around to the Bay Area, and maybe we'll catch you when we're pointed up toward Nevada. For any final thoughts there, Mike? W6 Papa Echo, K6MYC, clear and heading toward Santa Cruz.
And I'm pretty exhausted from the weed whacking, so so I think I'm going to probably bow out of here. So every 3 and you have a creating it. They're like every 6 feet.
Righty. Heading towards Santa Cruz. Okay, here we go. Santa Cruz, Tom, KW6S or Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, AF6U or KW6S, K6MYC. How about it?
K6MYC, KW6S, 610.
Not you. No, it's good to have the eyeball. You're looking good. There, Tom, it was nice to see you over there. Did you buy anything?
You know, I didn't buy anything. I sold a fair amount of stuff, but I didn't buy anything. There were a couple of things that I realized I should have shown a little more interest in after I got home, and I'll just have to try to track those down later.
Yeah, okay. We didn't even stay for lunch. I had a little errand I had to run, and Dane had some stuff to do, I guess, at home, so we didn't plan on staying too long. So we got out of there and headed out, but it was good to see as many as we did there. So let's take a listen and see if Lee is in there. I don't think Lee was going to come down, so let's see if he's in here this evening. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC. How about it, Lee?
I think in Los Banos on the way through and got home here fairly respectable time.
Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead, Ken. Ken? Talking to Ken, OIB. Where'd you go, Tom?
Oh, I'm right here. I didn't hear Ken.
Who were you talking to?
I thought I was talking to you.
Oh, okay. Well, we were doubling, so I didn't know who you were talking to. Okay, give me the last part of yours again.
Well, I heard a little bit of WA6OIB in there too. Yeah, we got out a little early, and the guy with me needed to get back home, so we scooted out of there before lunch. Although I was kind of looking forward to the lunch conversations and so forth. But yeah, all in all, had a good time and got kind of increased my interest in ham radio just being around all the people that were down there. KW6S.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so you took off pretty early as well and buzzed through and got home quickly and in time for some afternoon time. Okay, let's see if Lee is in there. When I picked it up, I turned it back over to Lee, and you were talking to me. So somehow we got tangled up there. Anyway, we got it all now. Let's see if Lee is there. Lee, I wonder if you're there. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC in the group.
K6MYC from Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, 1098. Yes, I am here tonight. And it sounds like you guys had a whale of a time there over the weekend at the swap meet. That sounded like it would have been a lot of fun.
I can't say it was, fun. It was nice to see everybody. I don't know. It was. If you enjoy looking at old equipment, that's fine. I lost it here because I can't see the stuff anymore. So there's very little for me to go to those things for, except to catch up with old friends and see if we can be of service to anybody with respect to antenna questions or whatever. So that's why we were there for a couple of hours. But otherwise, it was a good time. There was no catastrophes, no bombs landed in the next door neighbor's yard or anything. So, anyway, you're sounding nice and strong. I don't know who's copying. I'm sure Ken is copying you. Ken, you're hearing Lee over there, aren't you? Ken must have gone over to another net or into the house or something. He was here a minute ago. How about you, Rob?
I can hear him in there, but no copy.
Yeah, isn't that funny? From Watsonville, he's got a path that won't quit to me, and he's as loud as Tom, and very consistent, no flutter, very stable, like it's line of sight, and you're not getting any of that. So that's a very odd path for such a for such a small difference in location here. Anyway, anybody else want to say hello to Tom or to Lee over there in the Watsonville, Santa Cruz area?
We must have some dirt or something in the way there, Mike. I do hear him on, I think it's 6 meters pretty good, so I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, I don't know if Tom's hearing me. KW6S, KM6SR. Good to see you there, Tom, at the swap.
KM6SRR, KW6S. Yeah, it was good seeing you there, and I wish I could have stayed a little longer and caught up. I had more things to talk to with just about everybody I talked to there, so that was a lot of fun. And yeah, we just look forward to doing that again one of these times. This KW6S.
Yep, that'd be good. Yeah, I would like to chat some more too. I was trying to help Ken, so I was kind of making it quick through everything and seeing what he needed help with.
Yeah, boy, you really came up in signal strength right then. Yeah, and it was good seeing Aaron. He's pretty enthusiastic, and I could pick through a lot of stuff he's doing for quite a while, because I've kind of decided that the old stuff is to go away and the new stuff is to move into my arena here.
That sounds good. Always upgrading. That's good. Okay, thank you, Mike.
Okay. Very good, Rob. And good again to see you, Tom. And it won't be the last time, I'm sure. So there you go. 73 to you, Lee, and we'll see you perhaps tomorrow night on 6 meters. I think you can hear Rob, and Rob can hear you on 6. He says he's worked you on 6. So there you go. AF6 United for your final. 73 to you, Tom, K6MYC.
Well, okay. I am hearing Rob tonight, KM6SRR. I kind of wiggled the antenna a little bit. Are you hearing me at all? I guess not. So, okay, well, I'll just say 7-3 and look forward to chatting with you all on 6 meters tomorrow night. K6MYC from AF6 United. 7-3, good night.
Okay. 7-3, Lee, good evening to you. Did you copy Rob's comment?
Not the final comment, if there was anything after I said I could hear him.
Okay. I was talking to Judy for a second there, and I missed your conversation. You're all done, Rob?
Yeah, I turned it back over to you after I talked to Mike. I can hear Lee's voice in there, but I can't quite make it out. I just don't know why you can't hear him. Anyway, that's the way propagation is.
He said he can hear you, Tom, Rob. We got 2 skunks out here eating. 4 skunks. Oh, boy, we got the whole family tonight. That's a family night here at the Skunkville. 5 skunks.
It's party time.
You better believe it. We have learned one thing. If they're looking at you, you don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, good luck with that.
All righty.
You're going to have a stinky situation there, Mike, KM6SR.
What was that, Rob?
Looks like you're going to have a stinky situation there.
Well, I hope not. They're all behaving. I don't know where Abby is. He was out here earlier. But they're just chowing down. Apparently, they like that new kibble I bought from Costco. He must have called all the boys in to say, hey, try this new stuff. It's really good. They're all little ones. I guess we got the grandkids of a bad boy now. Okay, well, that's good. I'm happy to see the skunks here and everybody's behaving themselves. I wouldn't even know it. They not a trace of an odor. They've been very good. They're all bad boys, kids, and they know how to behave. All right, I'm going to head up into the Bay Area. Here we go. This should be the bottom end of the Bay Area. Bozo Net, Bay Area. 2 meters, K6MYC listening.
KB6BA.
Oh, big signal. Good evening, Oliver. KB6BA, you probably heard our story of our five skunks. All of them are babies, so we got the grandkids here today.
Yeah, nice part of rural living. I don't see that stuff around the Bay Area, of course. I was up in Canada, in Vancouver, and Stanley Park. I see a skunk up there among some other wildlife, but not down here. I see some rattlesnakes maybe once or twice a year, and I've seen golden eagle a couple times. A lot of turkey vultures. So today I went to the Sacramento ham swap, the one that's held about once a year, and picked up an old vintage Hickok tube tester, first one. A couple of cheap bird watt meter slugs, and talked with a bunch of folks that I remember in Sacramento. So that's what I was up to today. K6MYC, KB6PF.
Okay, well maybe we'll talk to somebody else up there from Sacramento that was able to get over there as well. Good. Sounds like you had a good weekend and picked up some goodies there.
Yeah, pleasant day to be out. And yeah, it's possible some of those folks are weak signal sidebanders, but I didn't think to ask them.
K6R or something. Don't go away, Oliver. There's somebody calling underneath you there. I think it's kilowatt 6 radio, but I couldn't tell. You're very light, and I'm not sure I'm in the right direction for you. This is Mike, kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, and I'm calling the 2 meter Bozo Net here. But you're welcome to come in here, and I'm not sure if you're a Bozo member or not. Give me another call with just your call sign a couple of more times, please. I'll listen real close, and you can tell me where you are. I can point the antenna at you. Over. Now I don't hear him, Oliver. Maybe he was talking to somebody else there.
Yeah, nothing heard locally in the Bay Area.
Yeah, it might have been from some other direction or something over up behind you, or sometimes I hear the guys backscattering out of Placerville and places like that when they're talking. All righty. Well, good. I'm glad you had a relaxing and enjoyable weekend there and didn't have any traffic problems with the trip out to Sacramento and back. That's good. 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 6 meters maybe.
No 6 meters at this time, but expect to be there Tuesday.
Okay, well, we'll see you on 1296 and Tuesday, 7-3.
Roger, 7-3.
Should be good signals from WB6JNN or anybody else over there. Oliver's booming in here.
WB6JNN 884. Bozo 884, WB6GGY.
Okay, I hear WB6GGY 884. I got 884. And I also heard WB6JNN, I think, in there. Jim, was that you in there? I'm not sure. Go ahead.
285 WB6JNN.
Okay, it was you. Good, thank you. Hang on a second, Jim. Let me get the other guys here out of the woodwork here. Well, let me get WB6GGY. Go ahead, Phil. I'll get you checked in here. Did you find your problem with the amp?
I did.
and Greg is out camping. Greg's camping, and he's up at Truckee. I doubt if you're going to hear him. He's just got a little 8-watt radio. So there you go. WB6GGY in Plainheart. Okay, Mike, hope you're having a good weekend, and we will catch you guys a little bit later. WB6GGY. You and Judy have a good weekend.
Yeah, it's almost over. Well, there's another day, of course. We don't count Monday as a weekend, but it is a holiday. Yeah, we had a good day. I pulled 2 buckets, 2 barrels full of weeds, so we got a lot done, too. And we'll see in a little bit. And probably tomorrow morning you should be back to normal signal on 40 meters. Good deal on finding the problem. WB6GGY, K6MYC. Now, over to you, Jim, WB6JNN. Go ahead.
WB6JNC.
Yeah, okay, Mike. This is WB6JNN, and yeah, we have a little problem with this radio. It stops receiving every once in a while, just like the preamp is going off and on. So I may have to send it in. So if I disappear for a couple of weeks, that's probably why, because I don't have any power on 2 meters otherwise. But anyway, that's the story here. I had a nice day of rest. Went to church this morning, and the cats are all fed and happy, and they're loving the weather. WB6JNN.
Well, is the weather cool? Is that why they're loving it?
Well, it's in the Goldilocks zone of 60 to 90, so that's their favorite. That's their favorite temperatures. The wind wasn't too bad, enough of a breeze to keep them cool, and they do have a covered shelter out there in the back of the house, so they just sit out there on the patio and they're happy.
Okay, the only thing I missed out of that was what their favorite temperature was. Over.
60 to 90, 60 to 80 degrees.
Okay, good. Well, we were 90 today here, so they would have been just on the fringe of getting too hot. They would have to go lay on cement underneath in the shade or something. Very good, Jim. Hopefully you won't have a problem with the preamp. I don't know why a preamp would come and go. That's usually when they go, they're blown. So there's got to be a connection problem there. Maybe you don't want to try and find it, but it sounds like a relay contact or something simple like that's causing a preamp problem. Over.
Well, I think this is all probably diode switching and so forth in this radio. It's newer, you know, the FT991. I'll look at the schematic, see if I can see anything that makes sense. I was thinking at first that it might be blocking, but it seems to be on all frequencies, so that sounds more like IF than it does RF, so I don't know. It's crazy, whatever's going on, but I might be able to get in there with some temperature or something and see if I can get something to switch back and forth. But if it's an IC or something, I don't have access to that stuff, so what can I say?
Now, what radio is it?
That's a 991.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had very little trouble with my 991. They're pretty trouble-free, but you never know. Good luck with it. Hopefully you won't have to send it in. Hopefully you'll find it pretty quick without a lot of fussing. You go, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 222 and maybe even on 673. WB6JNN. Anybody else in the Bay Area, please? Bay Area check-ins to the 2-meter Bozo Net. Over.
W6PQL.
Okay, I got you, Dane. Hang on a second. There's another one underneath you, Dane. Stand by. Was that you, John, KB6JSM? Was that you?
Was W6PQL.
Well, I hear PQL, but it wasn't you. Did you hear JSM in there?
No, but I heard RQU earlier when you were asking who the wake station was.
I don't think you heard RQU. He's in He's in Lake Isabella. You've never heard him.
Well, that's who it was on your receiver. I was listening to it on the live stream because it's so noisy here on the local radio.
Yeah, I heard it too, Mike.
What did you guys hear again?
Well, I didn't make out who it was, but there was a station in there. It sounded like Southern California, though.
No, I don't think so, but it could be. Rob, could you look and see if KB6RQU is in here? I may not hear him off the back. I'll call you, Rick, but I may not hear you. KB6RQU, Lake Isabella, K6MYC, over.
I think he was on the other net, Mike, and it was on your radio that I was listening, not on...
I'm down there now, Mike, KM6SR. I don't hear anything. KB6RQU, are you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KM6SR, K6MYC, standing by. I think I heard just one syllable of your voice there, Rick. I recognize that, I think. Go ahead, cry it in. Okay, Rick, we got you checked in. Good to hear you on there. We missed you. I have some news for you. I finally, well, I think I have. He didn't show up over at the swap meet, but I sold your microphone equalizer thing to a guy there. So we'll be talking to you how to get you the monies there. Over. Oh, doing okay. Busier than heck, I guess. Got lots of projects going on here with weed eating and solar stuff and trying to keep things balanced for the club. Over. I heard something about an antenna in this way. Can you say it again? Yeah, no, I'm pointing right down towards you, and I got my new amp, 1500 watts, going your way. Okay, Rick, are you up on 6 now, too? Okay, yeah, we've been still calling you, hoping you'd be on 6, too. So you just have 2 meter and 432, over? Okay, well, we'll give you a try there on 432 next Thursday. Thanks for being there. Are you copying, Mike?
I can hear him, but I don't have the antenna that way. Tell him hi for me, and welcome back, and we'll look for him on Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, Rick, Mike says welcome back, and thanks for being there, and we'll look for you on Wednesday and Thursday. He's over at the Bay Area with a bunch of people he's trying to check in, so he didn't move his antenna. We'll say 73, Rick, KB6RQU, KM6SR, and the gang. Okay, Mike, thank you. KM6SR listening.
Alrighty, good to hear Rick in there. I don't know what his timing is, but he's out of time for us here. I could just tell he was in there, but somebody heard him come popping through this live stream here.
He probably doesn't like competing with the guys in the high desert.
Live stream on your radio.
What was that, Jim?
Both Jim Eagleson and myself were hearing it on your radio through the live stream.
I wonder why I didn't hear him.
Probably the hearing aid.
Probably what?
Probably your hearing aid.
Oh, maybe. I could hear him when there's nobody talking. Anyway. Hey, good. Let me get you in here, 1296, and you might tell me who else you've heard on here so far this evening, or we can listen for Mike here. W6PQL, K6MYC.
Well, I've heard everybody that you've been talking to, but nobody else, and I haven't heard Mike in there yet, Daly City type Mike, but I'm sure he'll be here with rings on his fingers and bells on her toes and maybe even a bone in his nose. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Hey, Jim, good to hear you there. This is KM6SRR. My wife's going over to the Azores in a couple days. Over.
Yeah, we got a little bit of propagation. I'm surprised I'm hearing anything over here, Rob, with all the noise I've got. It's been running about S3, S4 in this direction.
Roger on the S3, S4. Well, I know you got a high noise level, but I heard you come up, so I thought I'd give it a try. Yeah, the wife is going over to the Azores, leaving on Monday night.
What island, Rob?
I don't recall. I'll get it, though.
Did you get that, Jim? His wife is going to the Azores next week.
Oh, okay. Did you find out what island?
He's probably asking right now. It's Tercera, and what's the other one? There's 2 or 3 of them, isn't there, Rob and Jim?
Well, there's 7 to 9 of them. You know, a couple of them are outliers, but Tercera, the one that you mentioned, is about a half an hour plane ride from where our island is.
What's your island?
Pico. She says it's PERZGA or something like that.
PERVGA, something like that, Kim?
Don't recognize that one.
What's the name of your island again? It may be that she had it tangled up. Give me your name again, Jim.
Well, the island that we're on is Pico, spelled P-I-C-O. You know, it's Spanish for small or little. And from Pico, we can see, we can't see Tercera, but we can see St. George and we can see Fayal. And the others are quite a distance away. Tercera is about a half an hour by plane.
Okay, yeah, good. I remember when I was there. I think we stayed on Tercera, but I'm not even sure now. I was there in 1982 with Jimmy, W6JKV, and we did 6 and 2 meter de-expedition there.
Yeah, Tercera is where the air base is, or was.
Okay, well anyway, I have some dandy pictures of the island too. And one of the better times we took a lot of pictures on that trip. It was the first one we went together on. I think that was the first trip that Jimmy and I went anywhere together. And it was the first of about 40 or 50 over.
I got the name now.
Okay. Oh, Jim, hang on a second. He's got the name of the island. Go ahead, Rob.
It's Terceida. That's, oh shoot, phonetically, hang on.
Tercera. The Chief, Tango?
Yeah, Tango, Echo, Romeo, C, Echo, India, Delta, Alpha.
Romeo Alpha, yeah, Tercera. Okay. Yeah, she's going to Tercera, Jim.
Yeah, the Portuguese pronounce it Tercera, and that's where the U.S. Air Base used to be. Back in '82 when you were there, it was probably still quite active, but there's only a couple of cargo planes on the tarmac now, and the rest of it's all civilian.
Okay. Anyway, she's got some kind of a. She's a writer, script writer for films and things like that, and she's quite well known, and she gets invited to those places to. What's she going to be doing there, Rob? Do you know?
Yeah, this is the first part over in the Azores is for work. They're doing a documentary on some of the people, relatives of the people over here in the valley. And then from there she's going to Spain to do one of the retreats.
Okay, so she's going to do a documentary on some people that have migrated from the Azores to people here in the valley, in the San Joaquin Valley. So she's doing a documentary over there in Tercera, and then she's going on to Spain later. Jim, over.
Okay, sounds interesting. Well, there'll be hundreds of them that immigrated from the Azores over to the valley and over here too. They did that in the late 50s when one of the volcanoes on one of the neighboring islands was active, and the U.S. opened it up for them to immigrate at that time. So hundreds of them came over. They were the ranchers and farmers of that era, and some of them still are. Over.
Yes, they are. They're good farmers. Matt's married to a big Puerto Rican, Azorean family from that area, and he's quarter Portuguese. On Myrna's side, she had a little Portuguese in her. Anyway, we know the routine. Thanks for that, Rob. Let's take a standby. Anybody else in the Bay Area for checking into the Bay Area to the Bozo Net here? K6MYC Bay Area.
Juliet Sugar Mike 1192.
Okay, 1159 is it? 1159, is that what I heard? Oh, I heard 759. Is that you, John?
1192 Kilowatt Bravo. Hit Juliet Sugar Mike.
You're very fluttery, and I'm not getting it. Say it again and give me your Bozo number and your call sign one more time, please. Over.
1192 Kilowatt Bravo. Hit Juliet Sugar Mike.
KB6 Juliet Sugar Mike. Okay, John. Got you now. 1179, right? That's your Bozo number, 1179?
1192. 1192.
Okay, 1192. Okay, I messed it up. There's 2 or 3 people talking here at the same time, so I'm hearing different numbers. Good, John. We got you. Still a little bit broken up and a little difficult to copy, so bear with us. But we got you. Thanks for checking in there. KB6JSM, K6M. Is it KN6JSM or KD or KB? Over.
KB, Kilowatt Bravo.
No, that was all broken up. I only got first syllables. B for Bravo. B for Bravo, right?
Correct. Kilowatt Bravo.
Okay, yeah, something's gone bad again on the audio. I don't know what's going on, but you're just half there, or half of the words are coming through, and the other half doesn't, or it's reduced in amplitude, so it's difficult to copy. Got it. I don't know what's causing that. Sure would be good to find that out. That's crazy. All right. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Now, who are the others that checked in? I missed everybody else. K6MYC Bozo Net.
WB6, W9, 1090.
WB6, ISO.
Okay, good evening, Gary, and good evening, Dennis. Hang on a second, Dennis. Good evening, Gary. Pick it up. WB6, WNI. Good to hear you. You must be done with dinner now, K6MYC.
Good evening, Mike. Yes, we are done with dinner. We had pizza tonight, so nice pizza we normally don't have, but we gorged ourselves, so we did pizza, and it was a lovely evening and a day as well, so just hanging around. Tomorrow we don't have any school, as you might imagine, so it's Memorial Day, so we'll be home again. So not much more to add, Mike. It was just a very nice day, and as far as the band's doing well,
let's see, was it John? Yeah, John I heard the same thing you did, just in case you're wondering. So it's not the distance. I heard the same audio fluctuations that you did, Mike. So just to let you know. Anyway, I'll let you pass it on through the net there. K6MYC from WB6WNI.
I know he's had the problem with the rig or something there in his station for some time, and I don't know what causes that, but the audio level fluctuates drastically, like 10 dB, right in the middle of a word. So it makes copy sound very strange. You get the first part very loud, and the second part of the word is almost gone. Thank you, Gary. Good evening to you, and glad you enjoyed your pizza there. There's somebody else in the Bay Area before I go and pick up Dennis, K6MYC, Bozo Net, Bay Area. Okay, Dennis, if you can copy me here, I'll take whatever you have right here, over. Now Dennis is not hearing me here. Anybody else? KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Mike, are you here?
Did you say you got me checked in there, Mike? WB6 ISO Bozo 86?
I called you, Dennis, but you didn't come back. Yes, I've got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, no, your signal just a little bit on the weak side, did not hear it. Anyway, you get 160 and 336. Both of those checked in. That's all the check-ins I have for you tonight. And I know there's other people, so I will get out of the way. 73, take care. WB6 ISO, Bozo 86. Over.
Okay, 160 and 336, and you're a little bit high-pitched. So you sound kind of funny, Dennis. You probably just didn't net me very well there. Anyway, we got 160 and 336, plus your 86. Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you. I did tune down a little bit. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, thank you much. I heard other people trying to get checked in. A pleasant good evening to you, and say hello to Judy for me if you would. WB6 ISO 73 for now.
And Judy says hi right back to you. Okay, now...
177.
Okay, 177, I got you, Gary. KE6QR 177, go ahead.
Yeah, you're coming in great, 5 and 9 now. I was having trouble earlier, but you've got a good spot, or the propagation is in there. Played on the WPSCW contest this weekend. I only spent about 5 hours on it, but had a lot of fun working into Europe. That was a blast. But anyway, just getting ready to do my Bozo Net, and been playing around with packet a little bit here recently. So have a good net, and we'll be listening for a few more minutes till 9 o'clock when I got to start on HF 3970. K6MYC, KE6QR. Howdy to all the guys on the Bozo Net, guys and gals.
Okay, so conditions on the HF bands were pretty good overall, over?
Not too bad, not too bad. I only was able to make one contact on 10 meters. That was with South America. The 15 and 20 were really good for me.
Okay. Very good. Thanks for the feedback, Gary, and checking in. We hadn't heard you for a couple of weeks here. KE6QR, K6MYC, QRZ, Bozo Net, Bay Area, and north of that, K6MYC. N6RO, are you in there, Ken?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
K6MYC and the group N6RO, Bozo 835. Let's see. I managed to get through 2 all-nighters working the low bands in the WPX contest. The bottom line was we beat last year's score by 5 million points, setting a new W6 multi-multi record of 17.5 million points, of which QSOs were 5,330, and we had a WPX multiplier of 1361, and all bands were probably okay. We had, I don't know if you got time, do you want to hear the band breakdown?
Sure. I'll make a comment, though. I did work the South African boys this morning on 20 meters on the long path, and they've been able to get nobody to come back to them lately. And I'm not sure it's because some of the guys don't want to get involved with their politics over there. But anyway, I don't know whether that has anything to do with it or not, because they were roaring in here for me. I had them at 5 and 9, but they said they call and get no answers. So they can hear themselves on the Utah SDR, so they know they're getting a signal over here. But signals have not been roaring where they normally are S10 to 20. They were only S7 to S9 today. So I thought those conditions at least were down a bit. But apparently it didn't affect you guys. You guys have really got your operating skills and your operators working. So do you think that's why you made more points than normal, or what do you attribute that to? Over.
Well, we had a lot of planning and organization starting 2 months before the contest. And all of our operators, all 7 of us, were on site for the first time in decades. No remoting. And that made for just a lot of teamwork without, messing with the internet. And we imported a wonderful operator from the north, from Canada, who used to be a W6. That's Gary, VA7RR. He made just short of 2,000 QSOs on 20 CW on the night shift. And then we had a WD6T on the day shift, and he made about 1,200 or so. Anyway, quickly on the breakdown, I did mostly 160 and 80. We had 24 Qs on 160, including 5 JAs, which we've never worked in this contest at this time of the year, even during the solar minimums. So it was a 10-minute opening both mornings. 80 meters, 277 QSOs, lots of 58 JAs were in that, and BYs and a lot of Asians. 40 meters, 920. 20 meters, 1,945. 15 meters was 1,675. And 10 meters, 489. And the one thing about 10 meters, there was a long path Europe opening around 04 Zulu, 9 o'clock our time at night. We haven't seen that in 2 decades. But Bob K3EST found it. He had the right direction on the antennas pointing at ZL, and he worked about 8 Europeans split between the 2 mornings. The opening was there both mornings. Just like my 160, 10-minute openings were there about 30 minutes before sunrise. Anyway, that's more than people care about. And 6RO.
Oh, all interesting stuff. Good. Well, it looks like you not only took advantage of the bands with good operators and good skills, good memory of what to do and when to do it, and picked up some lucky ones with the long path on 10 meters. Was that long path 10 meters at 9 o'clock in the evening?
Roger. The last time I saw that was during the winter, or no, mid-spring, I guess, like March, about 25 years ago, during a solar peak. I worked some Europeans in our evening, around 9 to 10 o'clock.
Well, I had something similar to that. I was sitting here and I had a broken amplifier, so I think I'd been here about 3 or 4 years. So it was like 2020, 2003, 2004. And I'm sitting here and listening on 10 meters and listening to a bunch of VKs that were talking. Band was pretty well closed, but the VKs were coming through nicely. I'm reading them. All of a sudden, they started getting break-ins from South Africans, and I could hear the South Africans. Now, by this time, it's 11 o'clock in the evening. 11 o'clock in the evening, and that's Long Path Africa, 10 meters. So I had no amplifier, so I quickly got things finished up and put it back online, and I called back about 20 minutes later, and I asked the VK boys, I told them I'd heard them been reading their mail for an hour, and I heard them working the ZS boys, and I said, do you suppose, I told them I heard the ZS is really well. And say, well, let's get them back in here. So they called the ZS back in, and we stayed on the air, and I worked 3 or 4, 5 more ZS boys on that path, and we finally gave up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, I'll stay up here till the man goes out, and the damn thing never went out. So it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, listen, guys, I got to go to bed. If I was a contractor, I would have stayed up. Anyway, that was probably about the same time you were getting that same kind of condition, over.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Bob was getting the last of the VKs, so he had an antenna about 240 degrees, and then he did not work Europe on the short path on either morning. Nothing. The only Europeans on 10 meters were long path around 04 Zulu, 9 o'clock our time. I think he got 4 or 5 the first day and 4 or 5 the second day. We're the only Europeans on 10 meters. So that's unusual. Even though the 10-meter band was not that great overall, that was an unusual happening. But that's the joy of radio.
I think what I realized at the time, now that I think back at it, was just the beginning of the peak of that opening 2 cycles ago. So it was probably 22 years ago, which would put it up at 203, 2003 and 2004, somewhere in that window is when I worked these guys. So right at the peak, about 20 years ago, 20 some years ago. All right. Let you go, Ken. Look for you tomorrow night, of course, on the 222 and 6-meter band. Thanks for the rundown, and congratulations on a whale of an effort there. N6 Radio Oscar, and then I'll take a standby for anybody else. K6 MYC.
Yeah, okay. Forgot to mention dinner, which is coming up. Costco didn't have any filet mignon on my last delivery, so I got ribeye steak, which costs even more than the filet mignon. So I'm looking forward to that, and the Zinfandel that goes along with it.
How many miles from where you are to Costco?
There's 2 stores. I have a new one in Brentwood, which is a little bit closer than the Antioch store. But it's 15 minutes to the Brentwood store and 20 to the Antioch store.
Okay. Well, we might have to see if they will deliver anything up here occasionally. We get in there, but sometimes not when we need to be. Anyway, good enough. Thanks, Ken, and enjoy your ribeye. Even though it did cost 20 cents more than the filet mignon. Oh my God, that's unreal. See you later, K6MYC. Good night.
Yeah, it's $3 a pound more. And I get it by home delivery. I didn't have to go to either store. The delivery came from Brentwood.
Do they charge you for that?
No. Well, as long as you buy more than $100 worth on any given trip, it's free delivery.
Yeah, well, we can't even walk in the store without coming out at 100. I went in there last time and I came out $3,600 later.
Oh. Yeah, I do it about every 2 weeks, and I usually run around $200.
Yeah, I hear you. All righty.
Later.
Later. K6MYC Bozo Net. QRZ.
Is Rob still out there?
410. Yep, I'm here, KM6SR.
KG6CEF. Rob, I tried calling you back when you called me the other day before the thing, and you'd already turned the phone off.
Okay, yeah, I was kind of busy. I probably missed it.
Oh, you?
Well, at any rate, I want that box. I don't get paid till Wednesday. So, anyway, I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, good. I held it for you. Thanks for getting back to me. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Glad you came back in here, Ron. Daryl. Thank you. I heard somebody chatting underneath. I'm not sure you were trying to check in or just talking. QRZ Bozo Net, taking check-ins from Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie.
Whiskey Victor Lima.
86 WVL, booming signal. John, go ahead.
Oh, everybody's sounding good tonight. It must be a pretty good condition going on here. You're sounding great.
Yeah, you better give Judy your number.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. 1179. 1179. KD6WVL.
Okay. Well, I don't think I've heard you any stronger than this. You're just pounding in here. Really sounding good. And I did work K6OJM earlier when I was pointed away. But he was on the band and checked in earlier. You guys just haven't coordinated here. He's in Modesto, and I've mentioned to you over. He says he thinks he's okay in the call book. Okay.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. Maybe we could hook up.
Yeah, that'd be good. Might be able to cross-pollinate each other in one form or another.
Oh yeah, there's a lot I need to learn.
Okay, now we're in the big fade. So we had the big fade down up, and now it's the big fade down, but we still got you. All right, let you go, John. Thanks. And see you subsequently on 6 meters maybe tomorrow night. KD6WVL, K6MYC.
Okay, I won't be on 6. I still got that SWR problem, but I may go up on the roof tomorrow. Somebody just loaned me a IC7300, so I'm itching to use it. Thanks a lot. KD6WVL 73.
73. The other one, go ahead to break. K6MYC.
756.
Okay, give me 320 here. We have 322.
313. 18.
Okay, let's see if I can hear you, Darren. Darren, KJ6KFB, K6MYC.
Oh, there he is. Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Foxtrot Bravo 756.
Yeah, roaring signal. A lot of flutter, but very strong. Good evening.
Good evening. Did a real quiet radio weekend this last one. I guess I should have got out on HF. I understand things were going pretty good.
Yeah, I guess Ken's station over there, N6RO, broke their old record and set a new record for the California area, or at least maybe the states, for all I know, on that contest. They broke their old record by a whole bunch. So he had quite a good time. He had 6 or 7 operators there in the shack. It was really a big multi. And everybody else I talked to had fun with the contest as well. All right, good evening, Darren, and good to hear you in here. Hopefully, and I did hear John earlier, trying to check in earlier, so if John's not there, we got him checked in. Let me see if I can hear Bill from here. 73's Darren, KJ6KFB, K6MYC.
Mike, I'm not sure if Bill's hanging out here, but John is.
Okay, Bill, over to you, KO6KD, K6MYC, over.
Well, we'll give it a try. K6MYC in the Bozo group, KO6KD, number 776. Good evening, how copy, over.
Yeah, good copy, no problem. Good, strong signal. And band sounding pretty good tonight, really. Pretty darn good sound of most everybody's quite strong in here. There's a little bit of dropout QSB, but it's very slight. So not bad at all. I was on 40 this morning with Bob. We were in there for quite a while, but did not hear you. We should be back tomorrow if you're going to be there, over.
Yeah, I was not there this morning. I was there Saturday, but tried listening on 20 and quite a while on 40, and I never heard anything, so I don't know, maybe, who knows, maybe I was on the wrong channel, so anyway, yeah, I was not there.
Okay, Bill, you just took a massive fade, and I swept back and forth. I went all the way down to 300 and up to 340, and I couldn't bring you out. It's back to the normal setting. Is this okay?
Yeah. Well, since I was talking, I never heard me fade out, but yeah, you're solid S9. I don't have any preamps or anything. You're solid S9, just a tickle over, so I'm hearing you just fine, and yeah, this shows the radio's putting out power.
Yeah, well, that's fine. It was fine. You just took this big fade, and I started to look for you, and then I got my buttons mixed up, and I pushed clockwise when I wanted counterclockwise, and I got way off axis. So that might have been part of it, but anyway, you're back now. All right, let's see. I think John is in here, so let me go get John, and then I'll try to get the Reading boys before everybody goes to sleep. We're dragging this thing out tonight. I'm tired. I want to go in, and Judy's tired. Here we go. See you in the morning on 40 if possible, Bill, and then we can reconnoiter on what you heard on 20 today.
410.
Hi, Russ. 410 KW6T K6MYC. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Just all jump in, jump out. Know you got to head up further north there, so have a good evening. Hello to Judy. Here is KW6T Bozo 410, Latrobe, California. And Mike, have a great evening.
Well, thank you, Russ, and great to hear you in there, booming signal. So that's good you have you pop in there. Let me see if John's on frequency. John, were you able to stay out in the shack there? KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and the group, K6MYC. This is KR6MR, Bozo 759.
Yeah, gotcha. Got your 759. Are you sort of recovered from your stomach stuff?
Yeah, that's pretty much done, but my hip is still bothering me, even though they say everything's healed. They're full of baloney. So I guess I'm going to have to go through all this stuff all over again to see what else is wrong with my landing gear.
Oh, boy. What a pain. It's hell to get old, buddy.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. So to cover, I went out and got 2 Hoyer lifts today.
You got 2 what?
Hoyer lift. That's like a little patient lift. You know, it's like a miniature engine hoist for people to keep around your home.
Oh, really? Oh, that wasn't at the flea market, was it?
No, it was on sale on Facebook Marketplace. A guy had one for $25. He said an arm was broken on it. So I went over and looked at it, and the linkage for one of the legs came loose. I didn't say anything, so yeah, I'll give you $25 for it. He goes, oh, I got another one I'll give you. And he rolled it out, and I looked at it. It was heavier duty, nicer looking. Yeah, same issue with it. So I gave him another $20, and we loaded both of them in my truck, and I went home.
I think you're probably in good shape because you're mechanical. You can fix that.
Well, I already have one at home.
Okay. Good deal. It's too bad Judy said we need one for her. Too bad you even need one. My mother used to say, you really got to be tough to get old.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to get soft. I'm losing some of my toughness.
Well, you're a long ways from being a pansy.
Yeah, true. Anyway, I'll let you go. You get on up to Reading, and look for you tomorrow night. KR6MR.
Okay, 73, John. Sounds good. You're really strong at the moment there. 73. Okay, let's see if Reading's in there. Reading. KD6SW, I should say. Reading, Charlie November 80. KD6 Sugar Whiskey and KO6HS. K6MYC calling and listening. Are you there, Rich?
Yes, I sure am. This is KD6 Shortwave in Reading, number 145. Good evening.
We got your 145. It's very weak, but we got you. Hopefully it'll come up. Good evening to you, and thanks for being there as always. I did not hear you. I did not hear you on 432 last week. We tried, but we heard no CW. Let me see if Jerry's in there. KO6HS, Kilo Oscar 6, Hotel Sierra, K6MYC, over.
Roger, KO6HS 230 on the air and back to you. Got a little bit of an upfade there, so hopefully we're making it through there, over.
Yeah, you're coming up. Very Q5. Good evening, Jerry. Hopefully you had a good weekend there. Starting to get warm up there in Reading, I'll bet you.
Roger, got a couple of 90-degree days here. A couple of degrees above 90, so we're just we're preparing for the hot stuff, so we're getting ready.
Well, there's the big fade. But I heard the Rogers on the heat. Okay. Thanks for checking in, Jerry. We'll let you go, and I'll shoot it back to Rich and see if it's come back up for him. KD6 Sugar Whiskey. And if nothing else, I'll look for you tomorrow. I'll look for you tomorrow on 6 meters. 6 meters tomorrow there, Rich. KD6SW with KO6HS, K6MYC. Yeah, it just went away. I heard you come back, but no copy. 737373. 6MYC. Anybody else in the Sacramento Valley before we go to Nevada, over? By the way, the other Eric that you were wondering about Nevada, he's on vacation or somewhere for 2 weeks.
Oh.
So we won't hear. That's N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. Okay, let's try Nevada. N7WT, KD6BQ, KE7UQL, K7SUN. Anybody?
Good evening, Mike. KD6BQ, number 249, over.
That's your 249 booming signal. A little watery, a little fluttery, but you're good, strong signal, Richard. Good to hear you. And did you guys get any rain in the last couple of days?
Negative, no rain the last couple of days. I did get an email, though, that Eric, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, is in town, and he'll be looking for you.
Oh, he's back in town. I just told Judy that he was gone. Okay, well, we'll look for Eric in just a second here. Let me see who else is here. Daniel, are you here? KE7UQL, K6MYC.
Hello, here is 272. This is KE7UQL. We got you, Mike.
Yeah, kind of weak and fluttery tonight. Normally you're a lot stronger, but I'm sure you'll come roaring up in a minute. Anyway, good to hear you, Daniel. Thanks for checking in. And I haven't heard anything from Larry. I think Larry would have checked in if he was here, but let me do this. I'll go back and I'll see if I can get Eric. There we go. That's more toward where Eric is there. We'll catch you in a minute and finish up there, Daniel. KE7UQL and KD6BQ. I'm now looking for November 7 Victor Alpha Zulu. November 7 Victor Alpha Zulu in Reno. K6MYC Bozo Net calling and listening. Richard, I am not hearing him. He's 1193, but I don't hear a thing.
Yeah, he's in there. He's not very strong, but he's in there. 1193, over.
1193, we'll log him in. Tell him that I got him, but I don't hear a trace, over.
Roger. Eric, if you're hearing off the back of my beam, Mike has you checked in, but he is not able to copy you tonight. Signals aren't so good. And you've got a lot of QSB for me as well, Mike, over.
Well, I've been swinging the antenna way back and forth about 15 degrees. It's now more or less back in your direction. Anyway, we got 1193, and I'm suspecting that if we waited 5 minutes, he would come roaring up here. So, Eric, if you're copying me now, thank you very much for being there. Good to hear you back in town again. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu on the chance that it's come back up. K6MYC, over. I hear Frank's beacon back on again. I haven't heard for a couple of days, so he must be getting well. He had, for the guys locally, Frank had another tooth pulled, and he's been all swollen up the last day or so. Maybe we'll see him tomorrow. And a lot of little things breaking, and I need his expertise here. Solar stuff's working great, but everything else is falling apart. All right. Let's see, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT. Larry, are you here? Okay, nothing from Larry. So, Richard, you can tell him that Eric has checked in. He's all checked in good shape, 1193. And I'll shoot it back to you, and then we'll get it over to Daniel, and we'll call it a night here. KD6BQ, K6MYC.
Yeah, Roger. Thanks, Mike. And I'll send him an email too, just to be sure, in case he's not hearing us very well. But anyway, he also said that he's leaving tomorrow, but he'll be back on Thursday night for 4:32. So Eric won't be here Wednesday, but he'll be here Thursday for 4:32. Over.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess what I did is maybe I went premature on him leaving. I thought he'd already gone, but maybe he's in and out. Maybe he's one of these guys that travels for a living. Anyway, we'll look for him on Thursday, thanks. And I don't think you have to tell him that we've got him checked in. He probably listens to the stream. A lot of times I listen, and there's a 3 or 4 second delay before he answers me, which means he's really listening to the stream. Over.
Yep, Roger. I'm pretty sure since he did respond that he was hearing you, at least in some way. But yeah, he's traveling for a little while. He'll be gone till Thursday, and then he'll be back, and then probably be gone again for a while. So anyway, we'll try to keep you caught up with the schedule, and hopefully he's hoping to be ready for the contest weekend there. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249 in Nevada.
Yeah, it'll be good to have the contest and a whole bunch of DMO8, DMO9 stations. That'll be great. Okay, let me go to Daniel for your final, Daniel. KE7UQL for anything else. K6MYC. We'll see you tomorrow night on 222.
This is KE7UQL. I will see you Tuesday. On 12, 9, or 6, Roger.
Roger, no 222. Tuesday for 1296. We got it. Thank you.
Roger. K6MYC, KE7UQL,
73, Daniel. Good evening to you. KE7UQL, K6MYC. Rob, we could probably go. I can spin down to the south fair, but you've already got 40. We got 40 so far. You might want to see if you can get Eddie. I'll stop in the Bay Area and make one more last call for late checks or missed in the Bay Area. KM6SRR, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. I did a quick count. I think I have 41.
Well, that's not bad. We're only off by 1. Their numbers are probably correct.
I've got a cat here that just will not leave me alone. Keeps hitting my arms, the tail in my face, and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm a little slow here.
You're counting the cat. That's why you got 41.
If I could get him to me, yeah, I'd do it.
Okay, I'm calling the Bay Area. Bay Area. 2-meter Bozo, late checks or missed. Late checks or missed into the Bay Area. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, K6MYC, Central California. Bozo Net, 2 meters, Bay Area, late checks or missed. Over. And nothing heard. You want to go call Eddie?
Yeah, I'm going that way. KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this is KM6SRR with K6MYC, standing by.
But N6SWR, he hasn't checked in for a month now.
On the chance that Ben might be on, are you there, Ben? N6SWR, KM6SRR.
Anybody in Visalia, W6PYP or others, K6MYC, Bozo Net. I think we're done, Rob.
Yep, it looks like it.
Alrighty. 7-3, we'll see you tomorrow on 222 with your directional high power antenna.
Yep, it works every direction. Don't have to fool with tuning it, huh?
That's it. NRR, no rotator required.
There you go. That's a good one.
I guess.
Mike and Judy, K6MYC, KM6SR. We'll say 73s. And Aaron, you still out there?
Judy said good night, Rob.
Good night.
Aaron's probably doing something. He's in the garden working with his floodlight.
Yeah, I thought he'd be done by now.
All right, we're closing. Good night, all. K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, Bozo Net, net control. Closing the 2-meter Bozo Net on 144.240. 7-3 all. See you tomorrow.